Okay, everyone, grab your coffee. You know the drill. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are on TikTok, I love the hearts. If you're on Facebook, I mean not Facebook. We're on YouTube today. If you wherever you are, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, tap the screen, give me some love. Tell me where you're watching from. Today's topic is one new buyer client by Saturday. One new buyer client by Saturday. How do you define Saturday? Do you define it as the upcoming Saturday or the following Saturday? So, one new buyer client by Saturday. If you are new, I'm Carrie Little, your host of Coffee with Carrie. Typically, every Friday at 9:05 a.m., there might be a little bit a different day around the 13th, or a different time around the 13th. But invite a realtor friend, invite a friend. This could work just about for any business with based on what I'm going to tell you. So, again, share this out with a friend. Grab your coffee, grab your notebook. If you have not invested in Noise to Navigation, How We Move from Confusion to Confidence with Generative AI, this is the book my identical twin sister and I wrote. It's 10 bucks over on, you know, that site or NAR's website, the realtor store. So, on TikTok, you got to be strategic about what you say. Cause because. So, how's it going? Do you need a lead? And if you type in the word seven on Instagram, I have a 7-day buyer challenge for free. If you're on TikTok, the link's in my bio. If you are on IG, it's in my stories. It's already there. I'll put it in my stories. I don't know if I can add a link on TikTok, but I have a 7-day buyer challenge for free. And there is going to be an option for you to upgrade to the full buyer lead class if you haven't already invested. If you are someone that is in the membership, it is under the buyer blueprint. So, 7-day challenge. Starting Monday, I'm doing this with Mark. But I do believe you can get a buyer client by Saturday. How do you define Saturday? Anyone? How do you define Saturday? The upcoming Saturday or the following Saturday? So who's in? Who's in? Who's in? Tap the screen, share this with a friend. Who's in? Who's going to join me? Who's going to do the buyer challenge? 7 days, 7 days. And I believe it shouldn't take you the first day when you see the buyer challenge, there's a short video, so watch the video. And I'll also say, once you get the email, so you're going to get an email, you have to go back to you have to confirm the email because I get a lot of people that just fill it out and then they disappear and they put in fake email, so you have to confirm your email. So you can't put in a fake email to get it. Not anymore. So I have a two-step verification. Once you click on the link in your email, then what's going to happen is you're going to get the full it's going to feel like a mini course. It's going to feel like a crash mini course. I have a short 3-minute video on how the challenge works. And I have a workbook, a mini workbook that you can download for those of you that still like paper. Um, and I built a mini website in Canva. All that just for you, free, free, free. But if you do decide to upgrade to the full buyer leads class, it's also in the workbook. So here we go. I think I added the buyer leads challenge to the course. The mini course free. And then I have I think the course is maybe an hour and a half because I taught it for free a couple of weeks ago. So one new buyer by Saturday. How do you define it? Anyone? How do you define it? So who's in? Who's going to do it with me? Tap the screen. Let me know you're going to do this with me, or just put in a me. Type a me in the feed, or tell me me. I'm going to share. Let's see. I need to share this with a friend. Who can I share this with? Share. I can't even see the screen over here on TikTok, but I can share it easily this way. I can invite a few people. Let's blow up some people's feeds. Let's have my kids join who are at work. Me. So let's go. Um, so so when I say who's in, who's willing to do the work? Who's willing to do the work? 7 days. I'm giving you the work. How do you define by Saturday? I asked you that, and then it'll be this Saturday or next Saturday. I'm gonna try for this Saturday. And then some of you are gonna say next Saturday because I'm gonna do the 7-day challenge. So back in 2001 when I got licensed. So I've been licensed now since 2001. This will be 25 for me years for me in real estate. I'm licensed in Illinois, Florida. We also sell land in Mexico. Some of you have seen that I have pivoted a little bit with my content on social media, and it's making you watch. I'm being coached by the 23-year-old, but he doesn't think he's helping me. But when he comes over for lunch, I get an hour of, Mom, you need to do this. You should blow up because of this. So I have changed. You see, I'm educating the public, and then all of you benefit. So back in 2001, pre social media, there was a before social media, like before Christ. There was a before social media. When I got licensed, I literally called everyone I knew from a landline, from a landline. And yes, all of for those of you that are in the membership, it's under the buyer blueprint. I said it. It's under every listen. Now there are some things that you got to pay for, but this one is under the buyer blueprint because I recorded it for all of you. But if you're not in the membership, everybody right now, 7-day leads challenge, but then you can upgrade, spend the $37 for the buyer leads class. Why not, right? Some of you need to just invest. I'm here to tell you, I am not just an instructor. I really do give you the simple way to build a real estate business. Although I do believe you could do this on social media. So back to the story. Back to the story. So I started selling real estate back in 2001. Again, before social media. We had fax machines. We printed out postcards. We old school printed. We actually took photos with a camera and took them to the Walgreens, the CVS, somewhere to have them developed. And then we would scan them. That is how far back real estate is for me. And before I got licensed, I called everyone I knew. And I'm like, I need you to buy a house. And I own the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, but between the two of us, we're gonna figure this out, right? We're gonna figure all of this out and we're gonna sell real estate. So I sold 3 deals before the end of September. So this was the year of 9/11. It was, but I remember where I was. So I had my first listing July 15th, closed it around August 15th. And the days could be off by a couple of days. My second deal was a listing. My third was a buy for sale by owner. And that first year I made $60,000. And you might say, Carrie, that's nothing. I'm here to tell you I have kids. And I didn't have to be a top producer, and I still don't have to be a top producer. And some of you want to learn from top producers, but I'm going to tell you if you really want to do what a top producer does, type in the word 7 over on IG and on TikTok. Go to the link in my bio. And then for those of you that are on YouTube, I'm just going to go put the link in the feed. How about I do that for all of you? You're like, yes, Carrie, do that. Now, that means I got to go log into some other stuff. Am I still logged in? Who knows? Let's see. It's probably gonna. Nope, not logged in. So I'll grab that for YouTube. So, so again, that first year, we were grinding. We didn't have social media. So some of you know what it was like to sell real estate back in the day. It's different today because you have social media, and I believe social media works. But I watched some of you, and literally, it was hard for me. Someone was showing me their marketing, and I was like, Kira, you could do it. Don't tell them what to do. You could do it. Don't tell them what to do. And so I didn't tell them what to do because I want to fix all of y'all. And I want to fix you because my son is fixing me. But even though, yeah, come to class and I'll get you together. So I say all of that to you because you can do this. So here you go. And I'm going to force feed you. This is gonna feel like a shorter live, and they have been because I need to do some things differently. So pick one and get to work. You ready? You ready? So now, one new buyer client by Saturday. And I said, how do you define Saturday? This Saturday or next Saturday? And then if you are in my membership, the workbook is there. But I'm going to tell all of you, it doesn't matter if you are in my membership or not. I'm going to challenge all of you. You might want to just go and fill out the form because you might like the layout of when I give things away for free. So type in the word 7 on IG, and then on TikTok, go to the link in my bio, and it's in my stories. So you might want to just go that route because it'll be separate from the membership and it'll make you work. Here we go. Hey, Patty, are you licensed in Indiana now? So here we are. So number one, pick one. You ready? You ready? This Saturday or next Saturday? How do you define Saturday? So quickest way to a buyer. You're the buyer. We're done. You are the buyer. You're the buyer. Go buy a house. Type in the word 7, SEVEN, or it's not coming to you. So, so now You're number one, you're the buyer. You're the buyer. And if you don't, let me help some of y'all. What did I say? The word Seven. Seven. Let me help y'all out. Now, yeah, okay. So number one, you're the buyer. And if you don't own a home, please go through the process because you're the first buyer. And if you don't think you can own, I want you to stop saying I can't buy because my credit's jacked up. I can't buy. I don't have enough money. I need you to go through the process so the loan officer can tell you what to do. That's number one. Okay, Jamisha. Number two, this is the second. Pick one. Do it. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Thank you for all of the hearts and thank you for sharing. Thank you, Carol. Karakula. So number two, create a social media post. And let me do this with you right now. Create a social media post saying you're looking for one new buyer client today. You could say by Saturday because I'm saying by Saturday, but I want all of you to create one new social media post saying you're looking for one new buyer client today. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go to your multiple listing service. And you might have to guess at this because I'm going to guess right now. Give stats on price points that are in an affordable city. And then you're going to say, I'm looking for one new buyer client by Saturday. Did you know that in this area, median sales price is? Now I'm going to pick a neighborhood. Don't judge me by the neighborhood. I had somebody mad at me in an office in Plainfield because they thought I was putting down Plainfield. And I was like, no, I just knew there were more pre-foreclosures at the time when I was teaching it. So I'm in my multiple listing service and I'm going to go put in, where do I want to be? I'm going to put in, I'm making this up. I'm going to put in the city of, hold on. I'm trying to think of where I can find what I am defining as affordable. So I am in DeKalb, Illinois. And well, I'm not going to tell you median sales price. I'm going to tell you the lowest price property in DeKalb for a 2-story home with 4 bedrooms and 1.5 bath is $178,000. So I can say, did you know there is? So I'm going to go back a step and give me the cities for those of you in Illinois. Where do you want me to look? Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to Berwyn. And I'm going to click view results. Now I'm going to tailor this a little bit. So the minimum in Berwyn is 219. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to look at all residential and I'm going to put in Berwyn as the city. And I'm looking for condos, townhouses, single family, you name it. There are 94 properties for sale and the lowest price property in Berwyn right now is 110. I rounded up a little bit, 109,999. I'm not saying that. So your number one was, remember, for those of you that are just joining, one new buyer client by Saturday. And how do you define Saturday? Is it this Saturday or next Saturday? If you type in the word 7 on IG, and I put the link over on the other thing, YT, I'm going to send you your 7-day buyer challenge. So this should help. So create one social media post saying you're looking for one new buyer client. Did you know? So I could say, did you know in Berwyn there are homes for sale, homes, condos. If you're on TikTok, you got to go to the link in my bio because the ManyChat got disconnected. So ManyChat. So 110 and they're priced between 110 and the highest price in Berwyn is 900. So I could easily say, and I'm going to go back to list price, that you can find a home under $350,000 in Berwyn, but the lowest price today is around 110. So go make that post today and say, if you think you can't own, think again. Let's start the home buying process and let's get it done. So if you're taking notes, just joining, number one is you're the buyer. We're done. You're the buyer. Go through the process. Number two, create a social media post saying you're looking for one new buyer client today. Give stats on the price points in an affordable city. Did you know? And remember, I'm defining affordable differently. So affordable could be you in Naperville, $500,000. Affordable in Berwyn right now is 110. In DeKalb, what was it? 170, something like that. So I'll give you one more city. Let's go with where I grew up. Broadview, not a lot for sale, but the lowest price is 220 to 350. So if you're thinking about buying a home, I'm looking for one new buyer client in Broadview right now. Minimum price is 210 today. I'm available to show properties on Sunday because there isn't a football game. Number 3, I told you to download my 7-day buyer challenge so I can get you to Saturday. So on Monday, you're going to do the challenge. Number 4, renter to buyer list. Find those that are closest to you and drop off a flyer. So let's go see. Let's go see. I'm going to go look up my city and I'm going to go to the map and let's go see who's closest to me. And I'm going to do cross property residential. I'm going to put in my home address. My home address is psych. I'm kidding. Um, I'm putting in my home address. I'm in Illinois. I should do this in Kissimmee. And then I'm going to put in residential rental in my area. Oh, I'm near my house. And I'm just going to change this to rented. And if you buy the course, buyer leads, I give you the strategy and I help you download those leads. So now I'm going to zoom back into my neck of the woods because right now in my map view, there are 15,700 potential buyers. We're not doing that. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to tell you within driving distance, where am I at? There's not a whole lot. I'm going to go put in my, I got to go to St. Charles. So I'm going to put in my, where I grew up. We're going to put in Broadview. Let's see what I can find in Broadview. So within, from Broadview, there are, I'm going to map it out so I can tell you. So there are, oh Lord, what did I just click? There are, drum roll, it's coming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 tenants that are renting. Let me tell you the highest price in Broadview or Maywood, $3,450. 3,450. So if I lived in Broadview, I'm going the closest. So where do you live? So remember, if you want me to show you how to do this, if you're in the membership, go to the buyer blueprint, buyer lead, it's the buyer leads course. If you're not in the membership, I need you to go to do the 7-day challenge, and then you might want to consider buying the course buyer leads because I'll show you how to do it. Now, if you're Emerald, you just come see me in class. So there are 9 properties, and there are 9 right now. One's 3,400. Here, let's look at the list. The lowest price rental is 1,100, all the way up to 3,450. So my number 4 is renter to buyer list. Find those that are closest to you and drop off a flyer. Warning: renting is hazardous to your wealth. I feel like I can't talk anymore. Menopause. Warning: renting is hazardous to your wealth. Or it's did you know, right? You could change it to reinvest your tax refund. I give you all of my postcards. I give you my warning: renting is hazardous to your wealth. I think I now added the tax refund. Reinvest your tax refund into a home. So that's your number 4. I'm going to tell you, if you do this list and you're going to drop off a flyer, it's going to be easier if it's a townhouse or a house or something, a property that has its own front door or door, because condos is harder to get into. You like this? Thank you for all the hearts over on TikTok and over here on IG and the YT. You got to be strategic over here when you got TikTok live. So number 5, text 5 people in your sphere of influence, and you can use the same strategy that I gave you for social media. That part. See, yes, you do, and it always works. I'm telling you, these flyers work. I got all the stuff. I just need y'all to do the work. So you type in the word 7, I will send you my 7-day buyer lead challenge. So now, number 5, text 5 people in your sphere of influence. Sarah Keisha's texting me and can't understand why it's going straight to voicemail. Number 6, look at past clients. Upgrade or downsize. Upgrade or downsize. Should you upgrade or downsize? And you can use the same strategy. Is it time to um, reinvest your equity? Is it? Is it time? And then number 7, who didn't buy from you in the previous year or the previous year or the previous year? Like, look at your list. If you do the 7-day buyer challenge, I kind of get you back to work on Monday. And the first thing I have you do is you got to download the list. So type in the word 7 on IG or go to the link in my bio or my story. You can click. If you go to my stories, the link is like right there. Fill it out. Fill out the form. You have no reason why you can't find it. And if you really can't figure it out, send me a direct message. I'll send it to you. Some of y'all don't understand when we say go to the link in the bio, we mean go to my profile, click on all the links, all of that. That part. Okay. So, yeah. So number 1, so let me recap and then we're done. You ready? So at the beginning, I told you how I started working with buyers back in 2001, right? We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have TikTok. We didn't have Instagram. We had fax machines and things called shoes and Mo and Joe, as we would call them. We'd walk or we would call. How do we call today? How do you hold your phone up to your ears like this? You're young if you do this because they don't understand this. We sent out flyers. I killed a whole tree in my office in Wheaton when I worked over at the BW office. So here we go. I'm going to crash course it. Number 1, you're the buyer. Done. You're the buyer. That's your first option. Number 2, create a social media post saying you're looking for one new buyer client today. And again, at the beginning, I said, how do you define Saturday? This Saturday or next Saturday? And then go give stats on price points and say, did you know? Did you know that right now in Broadview, Illinois, that you can purchase a home at $220,000? I'm looking for one new buyer client. Let me get you pre-approved today. Bad credit, let's get your credit cleaned up. Number 3, if you haven't downloaded the 7-day buyer challenge, it's in my stories. It's in my bio, link in bio, or type in the word 7. Number 5, text 5 people in your sphere of influence. You can use the same strategy. And you might want to look for people in your sphere of influence that are renting. Number 8, look at past clients. Can you upgrade? Do you want to downsize? And then number 7, who didn't buy from you in 2025, 2024, 2023, last week? Who, right? I have more ideas, but now you got to go do the buyer challenge. And again, if you really want to generate a client by Saturday, you have to commit. I sit and I think I was sitting with top producers and she has a team of 10 and I watch them show up and do the work. No one can make you do the work. I had a conversation with another agent who was like, I'm not ready. I can retire in 3 years. We can getting ready to get ready. I'm going to tell you, even if you're dual career, start while you're dual career and work with the people you already know. See, we already filled out the form. Thank you. Start with the people you already know. So I want to thank all of you for joining me over on TikTok, over on, let's see. Here, maybe this time, let me see. Let me give all of you one more recap. How about that? Here's the recap. For those of you that are just joining, this is for you. If you have to hop off, that's okay. So here's the recap because some of you need to hear more than once. You ready? You ready? You ready? You're ready? Tell me in the feed, me, I'm ready. Ready, or type the 7 in IG. So remember, when I started selling real estate in 2001, I made $60,000 my first year. And I'm going to tell you, my split might have been half. Might have been. So we had fax machines. We had we had to create our own marketing. We had to cold call. I walked my whole neighborhood. So when I ask you, are you ready to generate another lead by Saturday? And how do you define Saturday? This Saturday or next Saturday? You have to commit. So if you're willing to do the work, here we go. So number 1, first of all, pick one. Pick one that you can do today. So quickest way to a buyer. The quickest way to a buyer is you're the buyer. You're the buyer. I was talking to another agent. Go watch my videos over on IG, maybe on TikTok, And look at Naja. When Naja said her goal is to buy, she wished years ago she had bought one new investment property every single year. And if you're a real estate agent, you have no excuse because you have access. So, number one, you're the buyer. You're done. You've already got your client by Saturday. Number two, create a social media post saying you're looking for one new buyer client today. Then go look at your multiple listing service and look for an affordable area. How do you define affordable? Don't shoot the messenger. Just know your marketplace. Go look it up and say, hey, did you know in Broadview, Illinois, right now there's properties for sale as low as $220,000. If you're thinking about purchasing, let's have a conversation about what's affordable in your city. I need one buyer client today. Tell your client, tell your network. Um, and you can start with did you know? If you're willing to create video, create the video. Number three, if you haven't downloaded my 7-day buyer challenge, the link's in my bio or it's in my story, or type in the word SEVEN. 7. I'm going to give you a number 8 if you hold out. Number 4, renter to buyer list. Find those that are closest to you and drop off a flyer. Drop off a flyer. Warning, renting is hazardous to your wealth. If you took the course Buyer Leads, if you haven't, it's $37. That link's in my bio, or I'll email you after you download the 7-day challenge. You can the flyers work, and I know Cayenne works for the post office, and she's telling me stuff envelopes. And if someone from the post office is telling you to stuff envelopes, stuff envelopes. And here I'll renters to buyers. I'm gonna help you even more. I'm gonna go back to my multiple listing service, and so there are 9 renters closest to where I grew up. 9. I can stuff envelopes today and handwrite all of those. My hand might hurt, but look, one new buyer client by Saturday. How do you define Saturday? This Saturday or next Saturday? Number 5, text 5 people in your sphere of influence. You can use the same strategy as number 2. Send them something. It'll be the flyer. Number 6, look at your past clients. Can they upgrade or downsize? If you download that 7-day challenge, we're going to clean up your list. And then number 7, who didn't buy from you in the past year or in the last month? 2025, 24, 23, 22, 21. How about pre-pandemic? How about anyone that wanted to buy, but they were furloughed on their job and they couldn't buy, but now they're like, okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So here, I'm going to give you a number 8. Take that same data from number 2 and email it to your network. Send an email. And then number 9 is, I'm looking for one new buyer client to buy in Mexico. And if you reach out to me today, if you're a real estate agent, I can get you paid. If you're a real estate agent, I can get you paid. But if you're not a real estate agent, I need one new buyer client for Mexico in Merida or Cancun. Help me out. And the benefit is they're not going to run your credit. The developer is going to work with you, and you can put down 5 or 10%. And if you really can't put down 5 or 10%, they might have a special. I got to go look for 1%. They might. You have no excuse. Either you're going to buy from me or you're going to buy from someone. So type in the word 7 or go to the link in my bio. I appreciate all of the hearts over on TikTok. If you are listening to me over on YouTube, I typed the link in the feed. If you're listening to the replay on the podcast, the link is below. Please subscribe to my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm trying to grow YouTube and my podcast. I'm the Socially Savvy Agent over on iTunes. I appreciate all of you joining me for Coffee with Carrie on Fridays. If you join late, watch the replay on IG or YouTube or the podcast. Go to the link in my bio or type in the word 7 so you can download your 7-day challenge. You have no excuse. So I'm going to post this so all of you can go back and watch the replay. I'm not going to do questions. Que tenga buen dia. Adios. Have a great day. Thank you for watching, especially over on YouTube and my podcast.